Hello Qigong friends. Today I am going to be presenting a video specifically about neck rotations. This is also a deep breathing exercise, and so many people suffer with tension held around the neck area, the upper shoulders and so on. This can lead to all kinds of headaches and migraines and things like this. I really recommend that you practice something like this as regularly as possible, preferably on a daily basis. It doesn't take very long to do and it's very simple, but there are certain mechanics in the way we approach doing the neck rotations that I'd like to emphasize. Now, many people, when they consider neck rotations, what they think of doing is kind of stretching and cranking and pulling at the neck. We're trying to do the complete and utter opposite. So there's an analogy that I like to use, which is if you imagine that the neck is like a wax candle, and if we place a heat source in front, then the wax will begin to melt at the front here by the throat. So in that way, what will happen is we want to keep the shoulders in the same place. Don't allow the shoulders to hunch nor to raise either side. Just keep them level like this. Tip of the tongue lightly on the roof of the mouth, back of the tongue down, breathing in and out through the nose. So first of all, I'm going to take a deep in breath. And when I breathe out, the throat will soften and melt. So I'm breathing out. And it may be the case that you get to about here, then you'd breathe in again. And when you breathe out the second time, you surrender the weight of the skull a little more to gravity. And you may get to about here, and then you would do the same again. So you'd breathe in. And then you would breathe out again and release the whole weight of the skull surrendered to gravity like this. And then we're going to move the heat source to the front corner here. Consequently, the wax candle will melt here. And so the head will begin to tilt this way. So it's as if I want to place my cheek towards the upper part of my chest here. And again, I'm going to breathe in. And I'm going to breathe out. And as I breathe out, I'm just going to release. And consequently, the opposite side from here all the way down the back of the neck here is going to lengthen, not stretch, lengthen as a result of the relaxation and the candle melting here. So then after a few breaths, releasing each time a little more on the out breath, we're going to move the heat source to the side. Now lift the head up a little bit and then begin to melt at this side of the neck. Now there should be no discomfort, so always work behind the discomfort line. If you feel there's any discomfort at all in your neck, don't force anything. So I'm breathing, and as I breathe out, I'm just trying to allow this to release and relax and melt as much as possible. So consequently, the other side of the neck will lengthen. Now I'm going to move the heat source to the back corner here. And as I do, my head will begin to tilt backwards. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, but I'm relaxing the jaw hinges so the mouth will begin to open. Each time I breathe out, I'm trying to release a little more, surrender the weight of the skull back over my left shoulder here. And then I'm going to move the heat source right to the back like this, slowly. And when I breathe out here, I'm just trying to make this, all at the back here, be as soft as possible. Breathing out. Lengthening the throat, chin pointing upwards. Try not to pinch at all at the back of the neck. Just allow this to be really, really soft. Then I move the heat source to the corner here. I'd go through the same process here. I like to do this for 3 natural breaths, releasing each time a little more on the out breath. Then move the heat source to here. Do the same here, 3 breaths. Move the heat source to the front here. Cheek towards the chest. Try to not do this with the shoulders or the spine, just the spine of the neck. And eventually, right at the front, the throat softens again, and 3 breaths in this position. Then reverse it. 3 here, 3 on the side, 3 at the back corner, Jaw hinges relax so the mouth is open, tip of the tongue still on the roof of the mouth. And then 3 in the back position here. 3 at the back corner on the other side here. 3 breaths here with the heat source at the side. 3 breaths with the heat source at the front corner again, where we started. And then eventually 3 natural breaths here. Now the other variation will be 1 single in-breath from here up to the left, like this. So I'm going to breathe in. And the out breath is this. Then reverse it, breathe in. And out. And when you've done as many repetitions as you feel comfortable with, breathe in. Breathe out and let the shoulders drop, relax the flesh of the face. So there you go, very simple, and I recommend you explore this, preferably on a daily basis, and I'm sure that you'll find great benefit from this.